Hey, ever heard that eating after 8 p.m. makes you gain weight? Or that spicy food gives you ulcers? Well, not so fast. Today, we are busting myths, unraveling mind-blowing facts, and diving into some of the weirdest truths you never knew. By the way, did you know that clouds can weigh more than 1,000,000 pounds? Or that Mona Lisa is basically hairless? Stick around, because things are about to get wild. Debunking the 8 p.m. eating myth. So let us talk about this age-old belief. Eating after 8 p.m. is automatically bad for you. People swear by it, saying it is the ultimate weight gain trap. But guess what? Science says otherwise. Your body does not magically turn food into fat just because the clock strikes 8. The real issue? Overeating and poor food choices. If you are downing an entire pizza and washing it down with a soda before bed, yeah, that is going to cause problems. But if you are eating a balanced meal with proteins, fiber, and healthy fats, totally fine. Also, think about night shift workers. Their bodies still process food like anyone else's, just on a different schedule. The key is moderation. Eat mindfully, and you are good to go. Clouds seem light, but they are actually quite heavy. Look up at the sky. Those fluffy white clouds floating like cotton candy? They seem weightless, right? Wrong! The average cumulus cloud weighs over 1,000,000 pounds. That is about the same as 200 elephants. So why are they just chilling up there instead of crashing down on our heads? Simple. Physics. The tiny water droplets inside clouds are spread out over a massive area, and warm air currents keep them suspended. But when they get too heavy, gravity wins, and that is when you get rain. Next time you see a cloud, just imagine a herd of elephants balancing overhead. Kind of makes you appreciate the sky a little differently, huh? Is the asteroid belt really as packed as sci-fi movies show? You have seen it in movies, spaceships dodging asteroid after asteroid, barely making it through the chaos. But real life? Not so dramatic. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter is huge, about 140 million miles, 225 million kilometers, wide. And yes, it has millions of asteroids, but they are spread so far apart that if you were standing on one, you probably would not even see another nearby. In reality, spacecraft like NASA's Dawn probe can cruise through without playing space dodgeball. So while Hollywood makes it look like an action-packed asteroid jungle, space is actually a lot more empty. Can spicy food really cause stomach ulcers? Brace yourself. Spicy food does not cause stomach ulcers. Shocking, right? The real culprits? A bacteria called Helicobacter pylori and overuse of painkillers like ibuprofen or aspirin. That said, spicy food can irritate an existing ulcer and make your stomach feel like it is on fire. So, if you already have issues, maybe hold back on the ghost pepper challenge. Otherwise, enjoy that hot sauce guilt-free. Shark survival tips. You have heard it before. If a shark attacks, punch it in the nose. Yeah, not the best plan. Let us be real. Have you ever tried punching underwater? It is like swinging in slow motion. A better move? Go for the eyes or gills. These are way more sensitive spots, and a well-placed jab might actually get the shark to back off. But honestly, the best survival tip is to avoid attracting them in the first place. Stay out of murky water, do not splash too much, and definitely do not swim where sharks are actively feeding. Did you know Mona Lisa is basically hairless? Take a closer look at the Mona Lisa. No eyebrows, no eyelashes, nothing. So, did Leonardo da Vinci just forget? Was it a fashion statement? Turns out, in Renaissance times, plucking your brows and lashes was trendy. Some art historians think her facial hair just faded over time. But whatever the reason, it definitely adds to her mystery. No brows equals permanently intrigued expression. Did you know? It is nearly impossible to tickle yourself. Go ahead, try it. No, really, try tickling yourself. Not working, right? That is because your brain already knows what is coming. Your cerebellum, the part of your brain that controls movement, predicts the sensation and cancels out the surprise factor. But when someone else does it, your brain is caught off guard and bam, instant laughter. So, unless you find a way to trick your own brain, self-tickling is off the table. The never-ending parade. Can you outweight 1.4 billion people? Imagine every person in China lines up in a single file and marches past you. You decide to stand there and watch. No food, no sleep, just endless waiting. Guess what? You would never reach the end of the line. Why? Because by the time you get through the current population, more babies have been born to take their place. It is a never-ending parade. The world's population is always changing, growing, and shifting. So if you ever feel stuck in a long line at the grocery store, just be glad it is not this one. Giraffe facts uncovered. Giraffes, tall, majestic, and full of surprises. Their necks are long, but they only have 7 vertebrae, just like humans. Each one, though, is up to 10 inches, 25 centimeters long. Their blood pressure is insanely high, about 280 bars, 180 bhg to pump blood up that long neck. Their tongues? A whopping 20 inches, 50 centimeters, long and dark purple to avoid sunburn. They barely sleep, just 4 to 5 hours a day, sometimes only minutes at a time while standing. They communicate in sounds too low for human ears to hear. Giraffes are basically nature's supermodels, tall, elegant, and full of weird tricks. This tiny creature never drinks water. Here is how it survives. You might think camels are the best at water conservation, but meet the real MVP, the kangaroo rat. This little desert rodent never drinks water. Instead, it gets all the moisture it needs from the seeds it eats, and it even produces its own metabolic water inside its body. And then there is the desert scorpion. It does not drink water either. Instead, it extracts moisture from its prey and has a waterproof exoskeleton to keep hydration in. Nature is full of survival hacks. And honestly, these little creatures put our hydration game to shame. If you love these random facts, do not forget to hit that like button, drop a comment with your favorite fact, and subscribe for more mind-blowing content. See you in the next video.